Hey, what's up, everybody, man? So we got a week 2 prediction video. I tried to get the week 1 video out, but I couldn't get it out because when I was recording, I had some storage issues, and the last part of my video just didn't upload. I was waiting hours for it to upload. I thought maybe my iCloud, I don't know, but it wasn't uploading, so it's all good. But we're right back today, getting it kicked off with week 2 prediction video. The goal is the same as it was last year when I was doing these, except we're going to be consistent. I need to make sure that one of these weeks, they even threw in an extra week for us to get every single pick right. So we get straight into it, starting with the Washington and Giants game that comes on Thursday. The Giants, I heard they had some defensive struggles against Denver last game. Daniel Jones, I heard he turned the ball over, but I heard he didn't really play that bad. They do got Saquon back. They're kind of easing them in. They do got some weapons on offense, Washington, they got some players on D. They did put up a good effort with the Chargers, who definitely was the better team, in my opinion, on paper. And, the thing about Washington is they don't have Fitzpatrick, so they down a quarterback. I think they rocking out with Heineke or something like that. I don't know, so it can either go, it can really go either way. I think I'm a roll with, damn, this is really a toss-up, and it's a division rival game. I'm going to be bold. And pick the Giants. Next, we got the Patriots versus the Jets. The Jets, they put up a good fight against the Panthers, but it wasn't good enough. They got Zach Wilson out there. He's struggling in the first half. The second half, he played a little bit better. They still lacking some pieces. They don't have a run game at all. The Jets, they got their first year new head coach, all that, So, it's a lot of things going over there with the Jets. While in New England, they trying to get things back together. They got Mac Jones, who played good last week. They got some players back from defense that sat out due to COVID. They have Bill Belichick. They're just more experienced. I would just rather rock with New England, Excuse me. Next, we got Denver versus Jacksonville. Jacksonville, I'm not rocking with them. I'm surprised they didn't win. They lost to the Texans, even though they should have won that game, in my opinion. I just don't see them being Denver. Denver got some good players on defense that should be able to contain DJ Chark and Laviscus, whatever his name, Chenault is. Trevor Lawrence, you losing again, bro. It's that simple. Get used to it, man. Next, we got Buffalo versus Miami. Buffalo played the hell of a game against the Steelers. Defense was crazy. They wasn't allowing nothing on the ground. Miami, if Najee Harris can't get off on the ground, Myles Gaskin is not getting off on the ground, bro. No disrespect to Miami. I know it's a division game as well. But Buffalo is just a better team, so I'm definitely rocking with Buffalo. Next, we got San Francisco versus Philly. Philly, they played good against what team they play against? They played good against the Falcons. The Falcons, they ain't got no D. The offense wasn't really booming over there, So they basically hit a lick on Atlanta. But San Francisco, they back with some defensive players. They really ran up the score, to be honest with y'all, against Detroit. Detroit just ended up fighting back to make it a game. But I think this week San Francisco go run off again, and they go win that matchup. Next, we got the Rams versus the Colts. The Rams are still proving that they are a good defensive team. They did swap Matt Stafford, Jared Goff, and you see that is definitely a plus for their team. The Colts, last week, they didn't really play that good of a game. If I'm not mistaken, I think they lost to the Seahawks, So I'm really rolling with the Rams. I think the Rams are the better team, but the Colts don't sleep. Don't sleep. Next, we got the Raiders versus Pittsburgh. I truly like what I saw from the Raiders. I like the efforts they put up against who? The Ravens, The Ravens couldn't even block Carl Nassib and Max Crosby at all. They was getting to the quarterback consistently. Big Ben can't run like he can't run from that, Lamar, he can try to run from it. Big Ben ain't running from that. Big Ben ain't the same Big Ben. Big Ben was looking a little bit boofy, to keep it real with you. The defense really just kept him in the game. And just by default, he made some smart decisions down the stretch. So I just don't know if he'll be able to go out there and compete and beat the Raiders. I think the Raiders are for real this year. I'm going to go ahead and give them the ups on Pittsburgh. Next, we got the Bengals versus Chicago. The Bengals, they went out there and ran off and got a dub against the Vikings, even though I thought they was going to lose that game, you know. Chicago, they got some good players on defense, but they don't have no corners. They have no corners. You feel me? On top of that, they have Andy Dalton at quarterback. When you got Andy Dalton at quarterback, how much can you really trust the team, you know? So, even though Cincinnati, I mean, they got better offensive players. They added some dudes on defense. I'm rolling with Cincinnati for the underdog, you know? Next, we got Houston versus my Browns. If my Browns can go out there and compete with the Chiefs and almost win, we should blow Houston out the water. So, we need to waste too much time on that. Next, we got Carolina versus the Saints. Jameis Winston threw for 5 touchdowns last week. Can you believe that? Jameis Winston, out of all dudes, threw for 5 touchdowns. I think he only had like 100-something yards. So, you know, you already know what that's about, you know. But obviously, they know how to use his talents to their best of their ability, you know. So, with that being said, Carolina, they was just in a dogfight with the Jets, kind of, you know. So, if they just went out there and beat up on Green Bay, what makes you think they won't go out there and beat up on the Panthers, you know? So I'm going to go ahead and put my money on the Saints. Next, we got Minnesota versus Arizona. Minnesota, they got the talent. They got Adam Thielen. They got Kirk Cousins, who could throw it to Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson. They got Dalvin Cook in the backfield, you know? Arizona, they got dudes too. Arizona, I think, is going to be for real this year, you know? Like, they got Kyler Murray still. They got DeAndre Hopkins. They had A.J. Green. They got Randall Moore. They got Christian Kirk. The offense really like it was booming. The run game is just a little bit suspect, but who cares when you got Kyler Murray and every team is throwing the ball 40 to 50 times a game, you know? So, since Minnesota don't really got no defensive players, Pat Peterson was getting cooked by Jamar Chase. Like, cooked, you know? So I can imagine the struggles he about to deal with DeAndre Hopkins. I'm going to roll with Arizona. Next, we got Atlanta versus Tampa. Atlanta, they was getting clowned by Tampa. You know, Tom Brady was throwing his little shots with a little picture he showed. I don't know if y'all seen it on Instagram or not, but you know, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are who they are. You know, they're the defending Super Bowl champs. They got the players on offense. The defense can complement them. They have a decent running game, you know, and they have Tom Brady most importantly. Atlanta is just not good, you know. It's really that simple. They're just not good. So, I'm going to roll with Tampa. Next, we got Tennessee versus Seattle. I think I'm going to roll with Tennessee. I think Julio Jones will snap back and produce. I think Derrick Henry, they go play more through him, or they'll have the opportunity to play more through him because it should be more of a balanced game. I think the Arizona Cardinals just really caught them off guard, you know. So I'm going to give Tennessee the ups. Next, we got the Chargers versus Dallas. I'm going to rock with Dallas. You know, I like what I saw with them against the reigning Super Bowl defending champs. You know, if they go out there and swing with them, the Chargers, you know, the Chargers are a cool team, but they're not all that, you know. So I'm going to go ahead and give Dallas the ups. Next, we got, we got Tennessee versus Kansas City. So, no. We got Kansas City versus Baltimore. I'm tripping, y'all. So, Baltimore, you know, they down running backs. The running backs they did have out there that they plugged in played pretty good against Oakland. Kansas City, you know, they're not really known for defense. They're really just an offensive team. The chemistry is outrageous. Like, I saw Travis Kelce say that sometimes he just says he about to go out there and just make us some shit, you know. So, the thing about Baltimore, even though they have defensive players, they are down Marcus Peters. You know, they're down him. They're going to miss him, you know. Who's going to guard Tyreek? You get what I'm saying? Like, well, they do got Marlon Humphrey, but maybe I'm just talking, you know. But I think Kansas City is going to beat them again because every time they match up, Kansas City always wins the game. So I don't expect nothing too much different. And last but not least, we got the Lions versus Green Bay. I roll with Green Bay because Detroit just don't know how to get their shit together, you know? Like, Detroit, they put up a good fight to come back last week, but they should never been getting blown out. You should not have a receiver having almost 200 yards on you, you know? Detroit is just always down bad. And they got to show me before I can even put my bread and butter on them, you know? They don't even have no reliable receivers out there. That's how down bad they are. No defenders. Jeff Okuda's done for the season. It's not like he was really helping out too much anyway, but these are my picks, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and save this. And next week, we going to come back and I'm going to tell y'all how I did. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Do you agree with any of these or disagree? Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. And I got some more content coming soon.